Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello. Hey guys. Hope your week was awesome and your weekend was starting a brand new week. Yesterday was Super Bowl Sunday. I didn't watch. I spent the whole day shooting content and recording content for my podcast. If you guys don't know, my podcast is on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Buzzsprout, and the title of it is called Excused with a exclamation point. So excused exclamation point, and then you can type in podcast. You might find it easier. So excused podcast, you can find it. But basically, it's like a biography of the beginning of my background, growing up on the reservation and making it to the city. So that's what I have so far, and I just released episode 2 yesterday, and I was really excited about it. And I need to get a car holding thing. I had one before for my phone, but it broke, and it broke so easily too. I'm kind of disappointed. But yeah, yesterday was Super Bowl Sunday. I spent all day shooting content, and then I only got 5 hours of sleep last night because I was waiting for one of my other videos to upload, the how to make guacamole video. That one I started uploading maybe around 9 last night, and I finally got done right before midnight. And it's just because I wanted to let it save from iMovie. I use iMovie. I wanted to let it save from iMovie in high definition and then upload to YouTube in high definition. And the reason why I want to do that is because it looks a little bit more polished and professional. And not only that, but when those videos are uploaded online, generally what I see is that they lose pixel quality. So I wanted to safeguard in case it came out a little bit more grainy and fuzzy than I intended. So I wanted it to have the best quality going into the platform. But here I am on my way to work. It is 6:56 and I am late. I heard the alarm this morning at 5 a.m. and I wanted to jump up and get in the shower and get ready and stuff. But since I only had 5 hours of sleep because I went to sleep right after the video loaded, a little past midnight, I also wanted to stay home and work from home today. And I didn't want to do that though, because last week I worked from home pretty much all week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday I had to go in the office, and it's tough going in on a Thursday and Friday. One, usually because nobody's there, and then two, it's the end of the week and you're like so tired from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. There's so much stuff that happens, you know. It just makes it a little bit harder for me to finish the week out strong. The guacamole video released right before I went to sleep, and then I started uploading the guacamole eating sounds as soon as I woke up. As soon as I woke up at 5 a.m., I popped open my laptop and I started importing it to YouTube, uploading it to YouTube. And then I started getting ready and doing my normal routine. So let's see if it uploads while I'm at work. There's these high quality ones, they take time. They take a lot of time, which I can't complain, at least it uploads, right? So hopefully it uploads before the laptop goes to sleep, because I'm afraid it might stop. But that one's a really good video. I had to shoot it against a green background because I was playing with the green screen effects, and it just was taking out the green guacamole quality, and it looked really gray and brown. It looked like bad guacamole, and it's definitely not. So I wanted to keep that quality of the color in there. So it's against a green background. I didn't want to shoot against just a white wall. One of the things I noticed is sometimes when you shoot against white walls, it's really hard to fall asleep to because it's such a bright screen, even when you lower it. In that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to shoot against a white background. So we've got green. When I'm at work, it's like I gotta stay focused, so I like being in the zone. So it's really hard to stay focused when it's a Monday in the office and people are chitter-chattering and the cubicles aren't set up to where it's a sound barrier. You can hear everybody's everything. So I like to pop in my AirPods and really focus on what I'm doing, because it takes a lot of concentration and I love what I'm doing. And I've said that before, but it's true. But traffic seems to be moving along so far, but knock on wood, because it gets pretty busy on the freeway, which I don't like taking, but it's the fastest way to work. Even that's like a 25-minute commute at the fastest. Oh, one more thing, I totally forgot. So this video is going to be vlog number 1, and this is going to be under the vlogs for 2023. So if you not only enjoy the eating sounds, the ASMR content, there's also this content too, to kind of take you with me along my journey and venturing into both podcasting and ASMR. And you know, it was a really ambitious start, an ambitious project to get started both at once. But oh, look at the sun, it's coming up. See, normally when I head to work it's dark, but since I'm late, normally I start at 7 o'clock, but what can you do? Running late. Mondays usually run late because I'm putting the dogs, and I call them the babies, the 3 dogs. I'm putting the babies inside their kennels, making sure, you know, baby Grim, his name is Grimly, the littlest one. He's half Chihuahua and half Terrier. He's not like a yapping, annoying Chihuahua. He's very cute. He's stout. He's kind of like a seal. He's got a really dense, heavy trunk, if I can put it like that. And then he's got a really small, tiny mouth and face, and he's the sweetest thing. He's scared of everything. And I don't mean that like in a bad way. I think he's a rescue dog, and I think he's been abused before. So any type of sudden movements, he can't see you touching him or hear loud noises, he will flinch and he'll be afraid, and he gets scared and spooked easily. And I've had him, well, he's been my dog for about a year, but, well, a little less than a year. But ever since I've known him, even if he's in a quiet house and there's nobody around and he should be comfortable, right? No, he will still flinch. So he's got a special diet, but I'll put them all in the kennel and round them all up, make sure they potty, and make sure that they're good to go for the day. And then I get to pack my lunch, I pack my laptop for work, and sometimes I forget stuff like my AirPods. I get ready, I get going. So hopefully enjoy, and welcome to my journey. All right. Have a good work week if you're out there working on Monday like me, rushing to the office or doing the work. Or if you're already at work, and wherever this video may find you, have a good day, have a good night, and then after work, we'll rest and recoup, okay? All right. Ooh, I was on empty, y'all, and I had to stop to get gas in addition to being late for work. But gas was $3.42.9. Well, $3.43 for the premium, which is still a good price. I'm not at like a Sam's Club or anywhere the gas is really cheap. It's like probably moderately priced. But this gas station is the closest to work, and I had like 33 miles left, so I needed gas for my commute home. Do y'all remember when gas was over $5 a gallon? Yeah. So I'm not gonna complain about my $3.43 gallon, because I was budgeting $50 for my field take today. I'm like, yeah, let me put in $50 worth of gas. And the gas pump stopped at $49.03. I was like, yes, it's full. Ooh, God is good today. God is so good today. I'm under budget. I'm late for work, but at least I won't have to worry about running out of gas on the freeway if it backs up. Okay, here I am at work. Let me back up and move into my lane a little bit, because I do not like being super close to cars, because some people are so inconsiderate. They park so close to you, and then they open their door, and then they ram their door right into your car. I hate that. I had that happen to me one time at the Balloon Fiesta last year. Somebody ran their door into my car. It was this old lady, and I was like, oh my God. And she stared at me right in the eye, didn't say anything, and just sat there. So I got up and I was like, opened my door, and I looked at my car, and I was like, you just rammed your door into my car. And she was like, well, I don't see any damage. These cars are built like that. And now, ooh, I need to wash my car. And I was like, you know what? Regardless, an apology would be nice. And she was like, I'm sorry. And then, just like she didn't want to apologize. And I'm like, don't be rude. Don't be rude, okay? Okay, guys, I'm at work. Talk to you later. Hey guys, welcome back to KevTheBevASMR. This is KevTheBev. So this is for the vlog. I do apologize. I have been a little bit late on getting the vlog up. I've just been running in the house and running out and getting a lot of things done for the last few weeks. So I apologize, but I wanted to bring you a vlog video so that way you can see me make these donuts. I have the apple cider donut mix. But first, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and follow, and turn on the notification bell. That way you can see all the new videos I put up. Let's get started. Okay, so I have my donut pans, I have my mixing bowl, I have my melted butter, and then I just finished beating this egg. I didn't want to, sometimes beating the egg isn't so, I don't know. Sometimes the sound just doesn't mesh too well. But anyway, and then I got my half a cup of milk, and I'm actually going to assemble it on this side. So I'll do it over here. I need some scissors. I need to open this guy. But I hope you guys have been doing really well, because I know it's been a while since I've been saying I was going to do the vlog anyway. But I think it was in around Valentine's Day. I was meaning to get some content shot, but it was like shooting content when you're driving is always not, to me, it's not the greatest idea. So it was kind of a touch and go moment there for a few days to try and do that. And I was like, well, that's not a good idea right now. I had one of those camera holders, but it like broke, so I don't like to hold my camera and shoot when I'm in the car. But so I've got, they make this so easy. So I've got the ingredients here. And you probably see my dogs around. I've got 3 of them. They're awesome, and they're lovey-dovey, and they're super, super cool. Okay, so it says grease and flour or spray donut pan. Okay, I'll do that last. Preheat oven to 400 degrees, okay. Pour donut mix into a bowl and add the wet ingredients. Oh, that's super easy. And then I think, okay, cool. That's what I thought. So the cinnamon sugar is gonna be the very last step. I didn't know if it came with that, so I didn't know if I was gonna have to make that myself, but cool. Apple cider donuts, I am so excited about. Okay, so now I'm going to incorporate my milk, butter, and my beaten egg. It's always so nice to be able to do that. Like on camera, you see everything already made, and it's like, oh, that was nice. I'm going to whisk my ingredients together. This instructions say to use a pastry bag if you can, which I actually have one, but I'm just not sure if I want to do that. I'll see how this goes first. Wow. Sorry, I had to smell that. I'm like, I have to smell things. That was an interesting smell. It's the apple cider. It's like you smell the apples, but the cider with it, and it's kind of, you know how cider by itself is, even apple cider by itself is just a little bit, almost want to say bitter, but a little bit stinky. I got a whiff of it, and I'm like, what? But then it like sweetened really fast with the apple, and I don't know. It's hard to describe. So I'm like, I wish we had what was it on, like Richie Rich, the movie with Macaulay Culkin, where he says that he invented the smellgram, or the smell master. Smellgram. What movie is that? I don't know what I'm talking about. The smell master, and then you can literally smell with that device. Actually, I think it just tells you what it smells like. But if you could smell it yourself, that would be awesome. Maybe that's just a new invention ready to happen. Okay, so I am getting this dough put together. Coda's watching me very intently. He usually does. He does not like to let me out of his sight. And part of that's because he is almost done being house trained. So he wasn't house trained when he first got here because he lived outside of his original owner's house for the first probably 3 weeks of his life, maybe. And because of that, you know, they just use the restroom outside when they're young. He was only like 3 weeks when I got him, so he was a really small puppy still. But basically, you get what I'm saying. He just needed a little bit more time to adjust to being house trained. So I never let him out of my sight in the house. I'm always like, Coda, where are you at? Coda, what are you doing? Coda. And I'm on him like white on rice, and he probably hated it. But now he's so used to it that he follows me around everywhere. Okay, so I need to get some flour, so excuse my reach. This is kind of a weird thing to be flouring because it's like eventually you have to get all this flour back out after it's coated, so excuse me. I don't know. I'm gonna put this over the trash can so it doesn't get into that big of a mess. I'm still ambivalent on whether or not I want to use that pastry thing. It says it makes it easier, but I just don't like wasting product. So I'm just trying to budget my product here, and I don't want to. Okay, let me get my pastry bag. Excuse me, Coda. Sorry. I know, that was your spot, wasn't it? Oop, that was loud. Sorry, guys. Okay. So here is my pastry bag. It says to use a wide-brimmed tip. So I got that. I'm not even gonna put on the, see? Sorry, my finger's in the way. I'm not even gonna put on the tip to it. And it says, well's halfway full. Okay. Well, they're recommending a pastry bag, so I guess they twisted my arm. And if I waste any product, I am so sorry. Blame Stonewall Kitchen. Oh my gosh, the smell is freaking amazing. It's like the most interesting smell. I don't know if you guys ever baked with apple cider. Ooh. But it's like very distinct smell. It almost turns you off for the first like couple of seconds, and then the apple like intensely comes in. Okay. This doesn't seem so bad right now, knock on wood. I don't want to knock too hard because Chloe, who's my oldest dog, hates the doorbell and she hates it when people knock. She literally goes bonkers and starts barking. And she barks very, very loud. Okay, so, let's see. Okay, so let's do, it says do halfway full. I don't know if that was halfway. I like things to come out perfect. That's my problem. I don't like things to come out like messed up, especially with my first try. I always set the bar way, way high on my first time of doing anything, and it's like I'm my biggest critic. I don't think that's halfway full. I think I filled it like full. So one of these donuts is going to be big, maybe overflowing. You know what? They weren't lying. They said to use the pastry bag. I'll have some unused products stuck on the bag, unfortunately, but I don't think I could have done this with just a spoon. Well, I could have, but it would have been super, super messy. Okay, gotta watch Coda. He's wearing a bell, like one of those like jingle bells, because I have to know where he's at in the house because he's so quick. I don't want him to have an accident in the house, which normally he's really good about, but because I don't like to have risk, I just watch him all the time. Okay. So this guy is needing a few more donut wells filled. And then that should do it. See, I did this thing where I kind of overfilled some of the wells, and then some of the wells that I actually only filled halfway look like when they bake, nothing's gonna happen with it. So I'm kind of at a standstill to be like, do I fill them? Do I overfill them all? Or do I just leave it? Did you see that? So I was trying to like shake this thing so that way all the dough gets in there. And I literally just, I can't see that word right now. I literally just chucked a piece of dough across and it landed on my dishwasher. At least it's not on the floor. And the dogs were busy occupying themselves with each other, so they didn't see it. I bet you one of them's gonna smell it in a second and go and lick it off. At least is what I'm hoping. A little vacuum cleaner. Okay, well, I'm just decided to make an executive decision and fill these little donuts however I can. Okay, so that's done. Let me see if I can get this guy to look a little bit more presentable before I show it to you guys, because it looked a little suspect for a second. Is like, I don't know, why does the camera make it look bigger? That one is like empty right there. And then this one I filled pretty much the top. Okay, so let me throw this in the oven and then, oh, I have such bad posture. There we go. Sorry. Let me throw this in the oven and I'll be back in 10 to 12 minutes. Take these guys out, coat it, do the whole thing, and then throw this back in there. Okay. Ooh, that's a hot oven. Turn on the light. Okay, so it says to keep it in there about 10 to 12 minutes or till lightly brown. They're not even lightly brown. They're still white as a sheet. So I don't know if it's the elevation or what, but I did move it from the middle of the oven to the top rack. So hopefully it'll finish up in the next few minutes. It still looks a little wet too, but whatever. Props to all the bakers out there. If you're a good baker, props to you. There's like a formula to baking, which I haven't cracked yet. I haven't mastered yet. So sometimes when things don't look like they're going the way the instructions should say, I start to panic. But let me check. Okay, they're actually looking like donuts now. They're actually like fluffed up and they're consistent all the way around. So hopefully they brown up anytime soon now. It's been about 14. Oh, I have to take this. This thing drives me crazy. Like, when I first got this iWatch, I put all these settings on it, and now it just doesn't stop going off, and it drives me crazy. It's like, do your activity now, mindfulness now, do this now. You're reaching your goal. You haven't done this now, and it's like, leave me alone. Stop. Okay. And you think somebody's texting me, right? Like I'm super busy? No, it's just this notification thing going off. All these crazy things all the time. When I got my cinnamon sugar out on a plate, it says to use a bowl, which I don't really want to do, but hopefully these guys, I'm gonna kneel down because it's like at the top rack. Okay. Now it's starting to lightly brown. Okay, well the instructions are off a little. What, 14 minutes? See, there's only a 2-minute difference and I'm over here freaking out. But let me keep an eye on this and I'll be right back again. Okay guys, it looks like they're browning up, so woohoo! Let me take these guys out now. It says lightly brown. So I'm gonna dump them off. Oh shoot. Oh wow. Oh my god, let me bring you guys over here. Look at this. This is super cool. Isn't that cool? Okay, let me do these guys. Let me sit you guys right here while I do this. And it says to lightly butter these guys. Okay. Oh my gosh, my allergies are starting. It's like, this wind. We had another snow squall today, y'all. Okay, so I want to, like, can I do it like the picture? Okay, well they put the pretty side as the part with the pretty butter. Do they do it on both sides? I don't know, but look at that. That's freaking cool. Okay, so let me just do one side and see how I feel. And that I need to reuse. I need to buy more of those. This is like the coolest freaking thing ever. You know what? I'm gonna do both sides because why not, right? It's like okay. I'm okay. Just being a little bit dramatic. Holy crap, this is freaking cool. Why didn't I do this earlier? And I had this donut mix since like the holidays that I've been meaning to use. And I wanted to make some donuts, it just didn't happen. Now I have my own donuts. Holy cow, look at that. Freaking cool. Cinnamon sugar is always the best too. It's like literally just cinnamon and sugar. Like, how can you go wrong? Yeah, the prettiest side is not the side where it baked, like where the air was. The pretty side is when the contact surface between the dough and the baking pan, that's the prettiest side. So I guess I shouldn't have been fretting about how it didn't look that great on top. Because the top's actually the bottom. Okay. Look at that, oh my gosh. I was at was it Ross? Yeah, I was at Ross. And I was like, okay, well, I already got a donut thing. And I really should have bought the second one. That way I don't have to like wash it and do it and wash it and do it. Okay, so this pan needs to dry. Oops, sorry. Oh my god. Slamming things around. Okay, well, these donuts definitely look like the picture now. Come to think of it, I think I've actually left it in there too long. Those 2 minutes, I should have just taken it out even though it looked white as a sheet. Because I think they're going off of the bottom contact surface between the dough and the pan. Don't tell me I'm out of this. Oh, I'm out. Go out though. Went to the grocery store today too. Oh, I do have another one. Yay. Okay, kudos, Kevin. I don't know how many I'm gonna need. Probably 4 for now. I'm wasting energy with this oven being on. That's one thing I don't like doing either is wasting energy. Unlike my mom, they say you don't become like your parents, but you actually do. She was always very conscientious of how much energy she used. And I'm sure it's had a lot to do with all us kids using all the energy and her getting a huge light bill, but still, it's like, it's just me, but I'm still like, I'm using too much energy. Okay, that's gonna have to work. Let me make this prettier. My hands are cleaned, I washed it, I swear. So let me get this in the oven. and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I got the last 4 out of the oven, and this is freaking phenomenal. I don't know what happened with that one, don't ask me. But it's freaking delicious. It's good. This is like the best product. So, yeah. I'm gonna enjoy these donuts. Don't judge me. But thanks for joining me. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Bye guys. See you in the next video.